With Mount Rainier in the distance, there are few cities finer on a clear afternoon than this one, and we have a picture-perfect day for football at Lumen Field in Seattle. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this opening dynamic kickoff not going to be returned. It'll come out to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Right to the air is Daniels. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. Ball on the 35. Here comes 2nd and 5. Off the play fake, Daniels. Flushed out right. Oh, he stays up. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. When you talk about this Seahawks defense, it's quite a unit. Number 1 in the NFL against the pass.
And since this is such a good unit of covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch, but nothing doing on that one.
And he's brought down short by a yard. It's a 3rd down gain of 4.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it's 2nd down. Working out of the gun, Daniels. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 39. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now for getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
To the air goes Daniels. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. A gain of 32 that time. All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. What does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does, because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get after that offense and make your plays. And when they make one against you, it makes you a little bit hesitant.
Time to regroup. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. Now Daniels. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And he takes it in for a Commanders touchdown. A great effort there. His third touchdown now on the year.
And the Commanders get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon.
Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Here we go. Good night.
They'll run. Here comes a rookie from Michigan State. Well, Charles, something we talked about last week, when you start believing whether you're in the midst of a special season or not. Well, now they're at 6-0. Are you still trying to tamp down the expectations in that locker room?
Well, to me, it's less about tamping down expectations and much more about not getting ahead of yourself as a team. And look, they've got to play each game individually, right? Many teams talk about being 1-0 at the end of each and every game each week. To me, you got to understand you cannot win the Super Bowl in October.
Yeah, he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Facing 2nd and short, that gives you a chance to go for a bigger play through the air. But I think he said to himself, why don't I just handle this one? Got all the yards he needed and then some, and made that snap a huge success.
Here we go, son.
To throw is Fields. And that's going to be incomplete. The Seahawks at 6-0. What a start to the season for them. And they come in with fresh legs. They got the extra time off thanks to an early season open week.
And usually your hope is that your open week comes a little bit later in the year. But when you get a chance to get your fresh legs back, you have to take that time and run with it. And that's what they're trying to get done here.
And all the way in, touchdown Seattle.
Isaac Guerrero. His first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own.
Myers connects on the PAT, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they sit now at 500 on the year. And, Charles, this was a team that really looked lost in that first month or so of the season, but they have had the hot hand lately, winning 3 straight.
I would agree. It's almost hard to believe that this is the same team because we followed them pretty closely throughout this season. And early on, I thought this is going to be a really tough year for this crew, so plenty of credit to them for turning the ship around.
Ready.
They go play action. Daniels.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have a Commander's first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, Yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down.
60 Eagles.
Throwing now is Daniels. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball.
You talk about this Seahawk defense.
They currently sit at number 4 in the NFL in terms of stopping the run.
And that play right there shows exactly why they're so good against the run. Held the line of scrimmage, held the point of attack.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Down the sideline he goes.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. The extra point now coming from Myers. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, kind of a costly one, as he won't make it back to the 20. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for him for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Muscles him off. And he'll take this one up to about the 23.
3rd and 5. To throw is Daniels. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Here's Daniels.
And he's got McCaffrey open, complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And this is going to be a Commander's first down as the tackle made it about the 43-yard line. Daniels looking to throw.
Being shaped. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Looking to throw. Daniels.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Back to throw. Daniels. And the Seahawks defense gets to him and they bring him down. Looks like a 9-yard loss. And it also brings up 4th. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away.
A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return.
And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Now it's Fields. And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's second down.
Here we go. Good. Hey, extend.
From the gun, here's Fields. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 15-yard line.
A very solid gain of 27.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after...
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. 15 yards.
And the Seahawks go up by 2 touchdowns.
Now Myers for the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock.
And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
Play action, now it's Daniels.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
That could have been a huge play, but give the defender credit. Stayed calm, stayed collected, and kept himself in a position to make a play on the ball without a penalty.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted.
And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line.
Boy, Brandon, that's what I'd call an ill-advised pass right there on 3rd down. I mean, you just need a yard or two to keep the drive going. Instead, he's trying to hit a home run. You've got to really like your chances if you're going to take a shot like that.
Up. Hey, Ken. Is it all right?
A shotgun snap, Fields. Catch is made by Metcalf.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Here's Fields. That completes it again to Metcalf.
And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent gain. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Just a gain of a yard, but it's going to set him up with a 1st and goal.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be 2nd and goal coming up.
That's good hard running right there on 1st and goal. That gets him down to the 2 and puts a lot more pressure on that defense.
They'll try to run this one in. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. A great play there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year.
And the Seahawks take a 3-touchdown lead.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best of the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Daniels from the gun on 3rd down. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Easy. Yep. Here we go, son. EQ. Right.
A play fake, now Fields to throw. And he's got Smith and Jigba.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle.
Jackson Smith and Jigba.
27 yards.
And the Seahawks are able to widen their lead here in this first half.
Myers connects on the PAT. And a rout is on here in this first half. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone.
The Commanders take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive.
And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down.
3 yards to go on 2nd down, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. Jumbo set.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And they're going to be waiting for him as they get him behind the line. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. Muscles by at the 25.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I'd keep going back to him.
And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
From the 50, here's Fields. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2.
Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Fields.
Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down.
Well, this has been a long drive. In fact, it's eaten up a good chunk of the 3rd quarter, which is precisely what you want when you're playing with the lead. You control the football, you control the clock, and impose your will on the defense.
Back to throw. Fields. This pass is caught by London.
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Drake London, 33 yards.
And the Seahawks are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
Here we go, set.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
From the 25, here's a 2nd down and 9.
Let's go now.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
The offense on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. Here it's 3rd and 3. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting 3rd down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on 3rd and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on 3rd down.
Here's 2nd and 7.
They'll try and run this one right up the gut. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line.
But with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes, and boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away.
Now a 2nd and 6.
Here we go. Hey, Ken.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line.
73 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score it.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
2nd and 5. First carry of the game for Zamir White. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line.
They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end.
But, Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but, boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on all those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Seahawks, their winning ways continue as they get it up to 7-0. And they will hit the road next week.
Meanwhile, for Washington,
they fall a game under the 500 mark at 3-4 through 7 games. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Baltimore Ravens. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.